In the meantime, one of the big question marks of this back-to-school season has been college enrollment. Most models projected freshman enrollment would fall this year after the big losses across the country in household income. Well, that led universities such as Johns Hopkins to admit more students than usual, assuming enrollment would be down. Surprisingly, enrollment was up. Johns Hopkins University targeted freshman enrollment at 1,235. Well, they enrolled a whopping 115 more freshmen than expected. William Conley, Dean of Enrollment and Academic Services, joins us now from Baltimore, Maryland, to talk about what happened this year. Welcome to you.
Thank you, Lori. It's good to be here.
How did you manage to miscalculate the number of incoming freshmen this fall?
Well, to put it in perspective, I've been in admissions for 30 years, as my gray beard will attest to, and never have we had a year so uncertain as this one. And in quick summation, what occurs is we have a very sophisticated model that we put our pre-admitted students into, and that model tells us that if we admit this set of students, this many will come. And that model is only as good as the information that it has, and it did not have information about, as you mentioned, the impact of loss of income and wealth. So at the end of the day, before sending out admission letters, we had to make a sort of gut-level assumption of what would happen that's not in the model, and we made the determination that students would yield, that is, enroll at a lower rate in certain groups than in the past because of the economic uncertainty. And it turned out that we were off, as you mentioned, by 115.
Would you say this is a testament to the fact that no one thought the recession would be as bad as it turned out to be?
I think actually in our situation, it's all relative in that instead of admitting 25% of our applicant pool, we admitted about 26.5%. So we really had a lot of margin for this. And I think what we are discovering is that the students that enrolled counter to our prediction tended to be from families where college education, particularly private education, was kind of an assumed outcome, and that it was also families who believed that it was an investment, not a purchase.
So you're saying these students, these extra students in particular, are paying tuition fully, they're not seeking or receiving financial aid?
That's correct. We made our financial aid budget was not overspent. So all of the 115 came to us paying the full tuition cost of enrollment. So that was the very group we thought would yield at a lower rate, and again, they did not.
Now, have you had to change your modeling strategy that you described off the top so that this doesn't happen again?
Well, absolutely, because what we can do is we can look at those behaviors and who did certain things, and that will be in the model for next year. So assuming that there's some stability in the economic situation, we should be able to factor what happened this year into next year's model and land at 1235, which is our steady state freshman enrollment. So I'm fairly confident that we can account for it, but if we have another roller coaster year, then we're going to have to go back to our gut level assumptions.
And are the extra students weighing on Johns Hopkins' budget?
No, the good news is, as I mentioned, all of them are paying the full tuition, and what we've been able to do, since we knew on May 15th that we were likely to enroll that many more, we were making adjustments in housing, course offerings, and using the additional revenue that they brought to solve those issues. So we had one of the smoothest beginnings of the academic year we've ever had, even with this overage.
I understand you even had to lease a bed and breakfast near campus to accommodate extra students. Did you also hire additional professors?
Yes, we increased some sections and key courses, hired some adjuncts, and again, we were able, during registration throughout the summer, we can calibrate what courses are being in high demand and make adjustments during the summer. Okay. So we did find that freshmen were in the courses they wanted to be.
All right, well, good luck for the year. Our
Thank you
thanks
very
to
much,
William
Lori.
Conley, the Dean of Academic Services there at Johns Hopkins University.